Across the board, there is no single finance tool that makes sending invoices, tracking payments, and managing sales easy. Many of our businesses are complex and have various options for revenue. And so after spending years of pulling my hair out trying to figure out a tool that did exactly what I needed, I decided to build my own income dashboard in Notion. At some point, I left FreshBooks and moved all of my invoicing over to Stripe, so at least I had one clear revenue dashboard. But then I built my AI agent Lizzie and needed somewhere to trigger Lizzie to create and send invoices from, which is how this dashboard got started. And around the same time, I started signing on more returning clients and then had no way to see lifetime revenue from clients and my customers in a clear way. That's what I think the biggest problem with these invoicing tools on the market is. One, they treat reoccurring and one-off payments frankly like the plague.
I lived through the Black Plague and I had a pretty good time during that.
Because there's literally no easy way to actually manage these items. And two, they are not client first, which is actually my bone to pick with many of the project management tools on the market, but that is a different video for another day. So let's say that I have a client who needs a 3-time payment plan. I either A, have to manually create and send each one, B, pay for a higher plan to unlock features to make this possible, or C, treat the service like a product, then remember to cancel the subscription because it's the only way to send a multi-payment. Make it make sense. For busy entrepreneurs, none of these are ideal.
Dost thou comprehend?
And the other piece of this is that I no longer accept credit cards for my services, but still having products adds a whole other level of complexity because I have to have multiple platforms. While some of these tools allow for long-term single payment links like FreshBooks does, my bank Relay actually doesn't. They only allow one-time payment links. And so as well, various marketplaces like Notion's template gallery only allows for Stripe, which means I'm stuck using it anyway for my templates and for Systems Camp. Now, let's say in your business model, you have upsells or funnels and may want to track people who perhaps started buying a low ticket item, then became a client of yours. And that is not possible in any of these tools either. Aside from tracking the basic revenue, there's also rules and statuses to track. I think besides invoice complete, waiting on remittance is my second most used status in this tracker because many affiliate programs and clients who use platforms like Bill.com have payout rules. Some affiliates require a minimum threshold, meaning I have to literally hit $100 or more before I even get paid. And then there's of course a lapse between getting the notification that you were paid and actually receiving the bank deposit. So not tracking this isn't an option because I don't know about you, but I am not going to keep emails in my inbox to remember that I got paid, but did I actually get paid? I have no idea. So with all of these variances, this is why I needed something custom. So now that I've aired my grievances, let's dive into this Notion Finance dashboard.
All right.
Quick reality check. If you're still figuring out how to deliver your offer after somebody has paid you, you have built all of your workflows backwards, okay? It doesn't make you a bad business owner, but it just means that your systems are duct tape and vibes, and that is no way to scale your business. So that's why I made you a full playbook to help fix that. My customer journey playbook walks you through every part of your client journey and shows you exactly where your back end is breaking down. From sales to onboarding to client delivery, and yes, even how you get referrals. Ready to dive in? You can grab it for free below.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
Now back to the video. First things first, my naming convention. So every client and customer are given a custom ID per offer. So for my consulting services, it's SysCon. If it's Systems Camp, it's SysCamp, followed by the year and the order in which they fall in that year. So no matter if they work with me once or 8 times, the code follows them forever. Then each invoice, if applicable, gets a secondary number to track how many payments they'll submit. I utilize sub-items in Notion to group all of this together. And as you can see, each line item includes data like due date, status, payment location, and memo details. I also include a tag of what they bought. Now, because I'm using sub-items, this is one piece that frustrates me about Notion, is that none of this data rolls up into the parent item easily. So for the amount total, I manually sub all of the sub-item amounts for this row. Keep in mind, this is only for people with multiple payments. If someone has a single invoice with me, this isn't a big deal. I just enter in one time to the amount column. All of these are then added to the correct relation in my CRM using this insane formula that Nick Janes and I built last summer. I'll drop that link in the description if you want to create your own self-referencing relations in your workspace. I think that's a standout item to note as well, is that everyone who has ever downloaded a freebie or hired me one-on-one lives in my CRM. This allows me to see all historical data and easily connects the dots on how they've worked with me over time. So basically what this means is that no matter where people enter my pipeline, no matter how they pay me, where they pay me, all of this comes into one single database. My email list from Flowdesk in here. My products from Stripe or from the Notion Gallery in here. My bank on Relay, sending invoices in here. So all of that is tracked in one single place. And if we go back to last week's video, this is actually one of the key ways that I know my conversion data. Not just how many clients signed on, but how many people converted from a low ticket to a high ticket. And I know exactly if my lead magnets and funnels are working without me really lifting a finger. So for all of my revenue, I have a few views to track income monthly and by item. And then the last thing that I'll mention is I also track all of my expenses in this dashboard as well. I'm fortunate that because I'm a solo, I don't have a lot of overhead in my business. And so tracking expenses does not require heavy software to do it. I also like tracking my expenses here because one, I can set up recurring subscriptions to just be auto added every month. And I can categorize everything easily. So at tax time, all I have to do is look at the category totals, enter the data into TurboTax, and go on my way. And so that is it. That is my custom finance tracker. I hope you found it helpful. And I challenge you to stop using tools that only half work and build something that creates less friction for your business.
Ew.
Hey, did you know that staying up till midnight answering client emails isn't a business strategy? Download my free customer journey workbook and start fixing the systems breaking behind the scenes today.